everyone, and welcome to this week's dandelion lesson. I have a big work day ahead of me. I'm very excited to get to work today. Sometimes you have work weeks that just aren't great, and the past couple work weeks with my book have been a little frustrating. And so yesterday went fairly well. Today, I'm really looking forward to digging in and getting this last chapter done of the first section, and then putting it all together to send to my editor on Friday. And I also wanted to bring up that part of the deal I made was that for the gallery in the book, I was hoping to have some student work. And, first of all, I would love to showcase some of your work in my book. And I also think it's wonderful for someone else who's maybe someone who's brand new to painting, who this book is for, can see other people that aren't a professional like me, doing these lessons. And so they're going to be dandelion lessons, ones that you've already done probably. And probably in the next week, I'm going to make a post here on Patreon with the specific lessons that I'm looking for. And so if you have those with you, you can send them to me and I can scan the artwork and do all of that. And if you haven't done them, feel free to do them. And there will be a deadline. It's probably late November that I need to have them by. So I will get that information to you soon. And then you can pick, 1, 2, 3, and then I can't say that I can put them all in, but I'm going to put in as many as I can. And it will just include your artwork and your first name and first initial of your last name, and then the state that you live in, or the country, the city and the country. So more about that later, but I wanted to bring it up just so you start thinking about it. And one of them for sure is Angels Among Us. So if you've made angels, and maybe you still have a couple, or you'd want to make a new one. Many Voices, One Song is another one. So the 3-color landscape is another one. So there are some that I know for sure. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about gentleness. And I've actually made some posts about it lately on Instagram with some quotes and things that I've thought of. And gentleness is a really important quality to me. And I think in our greater society, it's really missing, a lot of the time. Especially in our political climate, right? I mean, gentleness is a quality that actually exudes great strength. And sometimes people that are very gentle in nature are seen to be weak by traditional standards, and it's just not true. Gentleness is the greatest strength we can have, all right? And it encompasses so many things. But I wanted to start by reading to you a passage from this book, and this book is the guidebook to the Supra Oracle by Usi, and it was gifted to me by my dear Lisa, and I love it so much. She also gave me the deck, and I have been enjoying it tremendously. And last night actually, I made a drawing. I drew a card from the deck before I went to bed, and I drew the gentleness card. And so I thought, how perfect. Tomorrow I'm making a dandelion lesson, and I will talk about gentleness. So first of all, the backs of this card, I just wanted to show you because it's just so gorgeous, right? Very elegant. And the couple that designs these, it's from Usi Design, and they do all of the writing and artwork. And this is traditional, an ink drawing that they've made, and the entire deck is mostly black and white. There is some color, but very little. And it's so elegant, and the drawings are so inspiring and so beautiful. So if you're at all interested in an oracle deck, this is the most beautiful one I have. It's just, I love it so much. And the overarching feel of this deck is gentleness. It's very gentle. It's very direct and gentle. And I love that quality about it. So the gentleness card. And we see here a woman with her eyes closed in a very sort of relaxed posture, kind of leaning away. And this bird has landed on her, which is so beautiful, right? And she's got this tuft of beautiful silky fabric that the bird has landed on, and he's just looking at her. And it's just such a peaceful image, right? So I wanted to read to you what the guidebook says, and I just took that out, so I have to look it up again. Hold on one second. So Gentleness is page 105. The writing is just as beautiful as the, and the book is beautiful. Beautiful paper, beautiful letter set. All the images are in the book. So really, even if you couldn't get the deck, you could get the book and just flip to a page and see, right? So gentleness. Gentleness is a life that we cherish for another in our hearts. Gentleness is a life that we cherish for another in our hearts. It is the emotional discovery of ourself in the world around us, at its center and as a whole, that leads to a powerful convergence of the totality of our being with all being, and being is capitalized. So our connection to all being, all of life, right? Our life is tied to all life, and the lines of destiny become shared in hope and inspiration against distress, alienation, and waste. It is an emotion beyond logic and is the secret handshake of the divine. Isn't that beautiful? And isn't it true? I'm going to read it again. Gentleness is a life that we cherish for another in our hearts. It is the emotional discovery of ourself in the world around us, at its center and as a whole, that leads to a powerful convergence of the totality of our being with all being. Our life is tied to all life, and the lines of destiny become shared in hope and inspiration against distress, alienation, and waste. It is an emotion beyond logic and is the secret handshake of the divine. I just love this, and I will read it often because I so believe that gentleness is our greatest strength. I believe that no matter how we feel about something, no matter how angry we could possibly ever be, if we come to that, calm down, take deep breaths, and come to our anger from a place of gentleness, we can't help but make it work out, right? We can't help it. There are some key words at the bottom: kindness, acceptance, connection, love, and care. What beautiful words. So I don't think I need to say much else. I think this says it all. I love the idea of our being a part of all being, and of our life being tied to all life, right? And our lines of destiny shared in hope and inspiration against all of the things that as human beings cause us to suffer, right? We're all connected in that. And it's important to remember it. It's important to wake up every day and have an affirmation. Today, I'm going to approach my life with gentleness. Gentleness toward myself and gentleness toward everything else, right? Even the way we wash our hair. Think about when you're in a shower and you wash your hair. Think about, do you get in there and just go really fast and scrub and scrub and scrub and rinse and pull your hair and then brush it really fast? Or do you take your time to lather the soap gently in your hand and massage it into your scalp very tenderly with love, and then rinse your hair until all of the soap comes out, and then very gently comb it, right? There's different ways to approach everything, even washing the dishes. So think about that today and when you do this project. So this is gentleness from the Supra Oracle from Usi. Usi is spelled U-U-S-I. They also have a wonderful tarot deck called the Pagan Otherworlds. So for our project, I thought we would just paint with gentle colors today. And I also have my white pastels, so you could gather some white pastels if you have them, or white chalk. And I have here, let me just move this. So I have here a selection of gouache from Arteza. And their gouache set, I think you can get 60 colors for like $36, and you can get smaller sets too. But the colors are so, so beautiful. I actually have swatched out here all of the colors of their gouache. And if you water them down, they're as pale as and transparent as watercolor, but if you use them drier, you know, more opaquely and mixing with white instead of water to get lighter colors, they become very opaque. But the colors are particularly lovely. Some of them I just can't get over how pretty they are. So I chose 6 colors, and I'm going to swatch them out here on my plate. And then if you don't have gouache and you have watercolor, use some white watercolor with it to make it milky and light. Okay, so if you have white gouache or white watercolor, you can put that on your palette and use it to make your colors paler instead of adding water. Adding water, you still get the clarity and vibrancy, but when you add white, it mutes it a little bit and makes it more milky and pastel. So this is titanium white. This one is called Pearl White Rose, and it's a shimmer color, but it's the loveliest sort of pale moonlight ecru. This one's called Naples Yellow. These are all light fast, by the way, and they're all made with real pigments. This is PW6 and PY1, so Hansa Yellow with white. So they're all going to have white in them. This is a gray. It's just called gray. It's just white and black mixed together. One of my favorites. It's a very cool gray, so I'm using it as a blue. This one's called Taupe. It's a very soft pinky gray, lavender gray. And this one's called Ballerina Pink, which is sort of a pale gray pink. So I've got these really sort of muted, delicate colors, all right? I also have a pan of gold metallic paint that I might use, okay? So I chose crystals for you today that are particularly gentle to me. I love these. All right, so this is a Lemurian crystal, a Lemurian healer. It's got some hematite in it. This is a Gypsy Rose gypsum crystal. I'm not sure what it's called actually, but I just absolutely love these. It looks like a flower. And then this one is a white selenite heart that my friend Barb gave me. Okay, so I'm going to put on some very gentle, soothing music and channel gentleness. Okay, so this is still wet, but I wanted to add my chop. There. So I hope this shows that we don't always need bold colors to express ourselves, right? Gentleness can be very strong. I do want to add a little bit of white pastel, but I want to wait. No, let me just see. I just feel like the powdery quality here and there is a lovely thing. Let's see where they overlap. Just a little bit. Just that powdery element to me portrays softness, you know. This is really beautiful. I love soft colors, so it appeals to me. I love really soft, muted colors. So I hope that you'll try this. And again, if you don't have colors in your collection that are this soft, all you have to do is take some white paint. And even if you only have white acrylic paint, it doesn't matter. But mute your watercolors with white. You know, lighten them, make tints out of your watercolors. So just a tiny bit of like quinacridone rose mixed with titanium white or white watercolor or white acrylic paint or white ink is going to make a really pale pink, right? And then if you have white chalk, add a little bit for that softness and the different textures. So we have the metallic, and then we have the matte gouache, and then the shimmer of the sparkle paint, this white metallic paint, and then that white chalky texture. All of these different textures make for a really rich experience. And then of course adding your chop, and if you have a metallic ink, I mean, how beautiful, right? In fact, I want to just add one more layer of that. I don't know, my gold is getting a little old, but you can always add another layer of your chop. Just try to be careful where you place it. See if it helps a little bit. It's probably better before, but that's okay. So yeah, I hope you'll try this exercise, and I hope you'll share your thoughts about gentleness, and I hope you'll keep it in your heart, right? And especially the words that I read. We are all one. Our being is part of all being. Our life is connected to all life. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone. I will be back probably not until Sunday. This is a tricky time. So tomorrow I'm with my granddaughter from very early in the morning, and I don't get home till dark. So I can't really make a video tomorrow. And Friday, we have company coming in. And there's a big music festival here this weekend, and it's right in our backyard, basically. I mean, huge bands are coming. Our property joins a state park, and so there's going to be like 8,000 people here, and loud music all weekend. So I'm not sure. If I can get up early Sunday morning and do it, I will. But we also have a lot of company staying here, so it might not be until Monday, and I apologize about that. But it is a special time with family here and everything, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And yeah, so we need to finish our leaf is basically what I'm saying. Possibly Sunday morning if everything works out well, and if not, then I will certainly do it on Monday. Okay? Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.